It's ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Monday, November 20th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 47 of 2023. No, Siri, I don't want you, thank you, at the moment. It is currently, hold on, 58 degrees with a high of 63. And a low of 47 in my neck of the woods. Oh, come on, come into focus, please. There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles, and laughs. Beautiful colorings, pictures. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That's always fun. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who will see this broadcast after the fact. Alrighty. Let me get my other monitor set up here real quick. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday to one and all, says Maggie. One of my peeps, Maggie, always sings her way in. That's how we know that she's here. Hi, Karen. Hey guys, don't forget to push that like button. That's always appreciated. I know some of you push it as soon as you walk in the door. Karen, hit that like button for me, would you? All right. Dorothy, Dorothy, Dorothy. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So, briefly, this is our duet. That's the first piece we'll be working on tonight. This is a freebie that I always give away from one of my books. And I call it a duet piece because I suggest that you color it with me. And if you pace me, you'll learn a lot. So we've been working on this. It's absolutely adorable. And thank you for all the feedback I've been getting on it. Okay. Then the next piece that we're working on, this is Country Christmas by Creative Haven. We've been having a lot of fun with that. At least I have. I hope you have. See how I added some buttons on there? And I've got some more plans for this. And I also went ahead and used a little bit of red nail polish to put on the hearts and the ornament. Hey, whatever works, you know. The equivalent to that is putting your color down and then using something like gallery glass window color. So it's pretty neat. All right. And then, drum roll, I'm going to be doing a quick flip through of my newest book, Christmas Wreath Jubilee. Hello, Linda. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Wally. Woohoo! So this is a brand new book. I think you'll like it. Let me break the binding on it. I think it's a cutie. Okay. Now, I know this is going to sound weird. Hold on. I gotta fix something here. This is bugging me. Okay. So, per normal with nail polish, some of it's chipped off. So, I'm going to take 2 seconds and put that back on. And it's not that I'm vain or anything, but I don't want to put you, there we go, through the horror of looking at chipped nail polish all night long. There we go. Instead, you can look at an old person's hands. I'm not that old. All right. Which book is this one? Let's see. I think that is, oh, that's this book. That was my practice practice layout sheet so I could see how this was going to look. I have a question for you guys. On the back of my books, hold on a minute. Okay, on the back of my books, do you like this layout, which has everything in a row, or do you like this layout, which has the pictures scattered? This is my Christmas Kitties book. Which do you prefer? See if I can get that shine off of this. Any preference? I like this one. You like the scatter? This one I can get more pictures on. Maggie, you like the scatter? The kitties? Karen, you like the kittens, the scatter. Okay. Well, I've got one more book like this with the ones with the wreaths lined up. The reason I did this way is because I wanted to show the whole wreath. Yeah, I can do a lot more pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I can do about 3 more pictures on this one. Okay. From here on out, till death do us part, I'll go ahead and do scatter. Okay. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, let me get my scratch paper back. Let me get through this real quick. Christmas Wreath Jubilee, Volume 1. Maggie worked on this cover. Hold on, camera adjustment. $50 images per normal. Here we go. Now, I really like wreaths. I thought that they're gorgeous when they're done, guys. Oh, Linda, you said it works for the wreaths? Okay. Look at this one. Wouldn't that be beautiful in light blue? Here. Yep. Or in the silver and gold. Isn't that beautiful? Silver bells, silver bells. Let's see if I can get some nail polish on the original, or on the book here. Isn't that cute? Well, not cute. I would say pretty. We'll change my vernacular here. Oh, Maggie, I agree with Linda. Kind of depends on the pictures. The wreaths are better as is. Okay, cool. Now, you could poke in some really pretty pretty colors on this one. And then I've got, now this is a mix of line art and grayscale. So if you don't feel like getting involved in a grayscale, you can do a line art. Look at this one, isn't that cool? Just cute, cutie pictures. Little angels, a little toy train. Oh, Linda, that reminds me. Your blue train looks great. Did you guys see that? That's the one she's doing for Michelle. Here's a little teddy bear. Now, here's a nice little picture scene. I think this picture, oh, drop dead gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? So guys, what do you think so far? Michelle likes it. She likes all train engines. So does a book of all wreaths interest you? These would look really pretty done up. Here's just a simple one. Yeah, the one with the winter theme. Yeah, guys, just a reminder, when you're talking about something, please always put a subject in, because there's a little bit of a lapse between the time I say something and the time you guys comment. So thanks for clarifying that, Linda. Look at these wreaths, guys. I thought this one would look really cool against the wood background. Look at that, a little gnome. This could have gone into my gnome book. And yes, I'm working on the gnome book. That'll be coming out soon. Do you guys remember the picture that we did with the pine cones and the tree? That was a detailed picture. I can't remember what was in it, but I colored it up for you guys. Here's a little cutie simple one to do. Look at this one. Here's another one with a picture on a wood background. I think this is gorgeous. Here's a very simple wreath with a couple of apples in it. And that's very true, Linda. It is amazing how even the simplest of wreaths can turn out beautifully. You're exactly right. There's just something about them. Hey, Sandy. Here's another Merry Christmas wreath. Now, I want to talk about this one a minute. This one is this image is a paper cutout wreath. And I've done a second book with quite a few of these in there. And when you color these up, these scenes, they're absolutely beautiful. So the second volume 2 of this has more of these in it. Here's a cutie wreath. Look at this. You guys know that I like close-ups and details of stuff. Which one do you have printed, Moggy? The pine cone? Just give me clarification on which one you're talking about. Here's a gorgeous one. The one before the pine cone. Okay. Oh, this one with the angel? Yeah, the one with the stockings. Okay. Okay. Here's a little Christmas Santa. Here's an adorable one. Isn't that cute? That little Christmas doll in there. Here's a gorgeous one, this wreath by a window. It's nighttime. We have Christmas candles. You can see the shadow of the wreath on the wall, so it's on the wall. Here's the window, and it's nighttime. Good grief, I'm getting excited about my own book. You know I like my books. Here's a nice little simple one to do. And here's a really simple one to do. Now, the challenge on something like this would be to take a very simple picture like this and make it look absolutely gorgeous and dimensional. Maybe I should make this one into a contest to see who could make this the most dimensional. Look at this one, that gingham. Hey, the heck with the note with the one that we're doing. I'll color one of these. Just kidding. Oh, we can tell what kind of mood ILene is in today, can't we? Here's a beautiful wreath. Now this is all poinsettia. And what I would do is go to Google and look up a poinsettia and get some ideas on how to color this puppy. So guys, what do you think of the book? Not your cup of tea, or do you like it? Or look at this. Now, this is a picture frame. And then of course our wreath is across the top. We've got some greenery down here. Isn't that cool? Love this picture. And I know that my peeps are not intimidated by darker grayscale. Linda, you like it? Good. And I'm not asking whether you like it, guys, to pat my ego. That's not my style. I'm asking you to get an idea of what kind of coloring books you like. This would be beautiful done up. Bear. Not a teddy bear, a bear. Maggie, you like it. Several are printed and waiting in line to be colored. Cool. Here's an outdoor wreath. Almost done. Here's a bunch of Christmas trees around a wreath intertwined with our little lights. Karen, on your wish list. And then here's a beautiful wreath against brick. Now, the neat thing about this one is we've got these nuts and fruits here, walnuts and orange pine cone little stars. So if you contrast this with your brick wall, that would look really cool. And I love this one. This is gingham wrapped all the way around. And then, you know, I'm going to say thank you. Excuse me. Thank you for your purchase. More poinsettias to color. All right, guys. So there you go. Let me do it this way. So there are your coloring ideas on the back. Let me get this focused. Oh, come on. Gold and silver one, beautiful. Now, if you don't like a book that I put out, just say, not my cup of tea. Oh, so let me finish the thought. I don't know if I made this clear. I'm not asking when I say, how do you like it, for kudos. I'm asking whether you like what I picked out for you. Let's see, where am I? Where am I? There we go. Now, here's that one that I was showing you, the paper crafts wreath. Look at the dimension on that. Isn't that beautiful? And then that lower right-hand corner picture is always cut off with a barcode. But this will give you some great coloring ideas. You can theme a wreath like this, golds and the brown pine cones. Love this one. Beautiful red bow, and then our white and light colors on the outside. And look at the dimension on these little stars. See it? So yeah, you could have a lot of fun with this particular picture. All right, enough of that. Let's get down to business. Christmas Wreath Jubilee Volume 1. Volume 2 is still in review. Oh, let me do something here. Excuse me, peeps, I need to use a tissue. Sorry about that. I want to show you guys Linda's blue train. It looks really cool. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh, there you go. Isn't that cool? That's the one she's working on for Michelle. Because Michelle asked for a blue train. I think it's turning out beautifully. All right. Let me get back to where I am in YouTube here. There you go. Okay, we're good. Oh, that's cool, Sandy. Artex pencils are $34.99 with additional 5% off from $50.99. I assume that you're just talking about Amazon. Okay, let's get down to business here. Now, Sandy is going away for Thanksgiving, so she asked if I could go ahead and spend extra time on working the wreath project. I am perfectly happy to do that. Artex is a great brand. I like them. Starjoy is a great brand. I like those. They're nice and soft. All right. Let's work on our gnome outfit. Then I'm going to work on the candle. And then I'm going to work on the pine cones. So on his coat, I'm going to work with blues and grays on the right hand side. You'll see where I'm going with this. Soon it will be Christmas Day. La da da dum. See, those wreaths got me in Christmas mood now. La da da dum. La da 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 dum. Okay, let's get my paper towel. My little scratch sheet. La da 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 dum da da dum. Okay, so I'm going to work with a medium blue here. La da da dum. And a gray. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum da dum. Da da dum. Okay, and let's see. We need a light blue or a lighter blue. Da 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 dum. Here are my color selections. Da, 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 dum. So there's a medium blue. Here's a light blue. And I'm going to go actually with a darker gray. You'll see why in a few minutes. Da, 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 dum. La, da, 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 dum. Yeah, actually that's a Prismacolor. Okay. And it's a PC 1065 if anybody keeps track of those things. So I'm going to start out with my medium blue. Which I'm actually using as what my dark color would be in the scheme of things. How's Allie doing? I figured, Moggy. Make a note to correct the front end of the train. All right. Remind me at 10:30 about the train. Now, again, there is a method to my madness. She's having a lot of fun. It's a little overwhelming for her. Oh, yeah, of course. Maggie, did you see what colors I chose for the jacket? Now, remember, a medium blue can be your darkest color in the scheme of your light, medium, and dark. When you're picking out light, medium, and dark colors for grayscale, all that means is that you're picking out your light, medium, and dark relative to each other. So I could have 3 light pink pencils that have a light, medium, and dark in them, all being light pink. And that color scheme will work. Okay, then I'm going to slide over here. And I'm still going to use my blue setup. On this bottom part. Now remember, we can also use different shades with the same pencil. And once you get into that secondary shading, your pieces are going to start looking really cool. Let's see here. La-da-dum. Okay, Karen, good night. Thanks for stopping in. Karen, are you coloring this picture? Okay. Now, I'm going to take my lighter blue on this edge here. So we're going to lighten that up a little bit. Oh, Karen, you're coloring the other one with the lantern. Okay. Now let me get back to my darker blue here on the left of this mitten. And I'm even going to use the same light, medium, and dark on the belt. Now, the idea being, with our gnome here, is that we don't want our gnome to outshine anything that's going on in the picture. And that's why I'm not using any bright or different colors. We want everything to balance out. This is a very peaceful, calm picture. Does that make sense? Think about it. Even the hat, with making this the reddish pink to match this other stuff, it all works together. And when you follow this picture visually, it rolls your eye around beautifully. Okay. La-da-da-dum. All right. Hey, Kathy. Oh, Linda, that's phenomenal. The 35 Afghans I made went to the Neo intensive care unit today. Oh, Linda. Hey, Kathy, just to let you know, you need to catch up on the beginning of the broadcast. I did a flip through of my newest book, Christmas Wreaths Jubilee. I just got it in today. So I did the flip through of it. So if you're interested, you can go back when this goes to video. All right, let's get back to our gnome here. Is everybody clear why I'm using the color sequencing that I am? This whole thing leads your eye around the outside. Okay. So a little bit of our lighter blue here. Then we are going to take that gray and we're going to dull down this blue. We want this blue to be very subtle. Isn't that pretty? So I'm tinting over this blue. All right. Now we've got a little area here underneath the arm. See, the arm comes down like this, and then we have the side. So I'm going to take my darkest blue, and I'm going to add shading underneath it. And then I'm going to take my Payne's Gray, not black, and I'm going to add to that blue. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm also going to take my Payne's Gray, and on the darker parts of this sleeve, I'm just going to add a little bit of definition. And just like on the sleeve, on the outside of this cuff, I'm going to add the shading. It's actually shadowing. Does everybody see that? No, Kathy, I haven't done a flip through yet because I haven't submitted it for publication yet. The Christmas Gnomes. I'm very close to submitting it. Thank you for asking. Everybody see how I'm adding this shadowing to make the cuff of that sleeve stand out? All right. Let's finish with our gray tint on top of the blue. And let's get that gray tint on this other side. Both on my dark blue and my lighter blue. And in between that beard. Okay. And then, hopefully this already occurred to you, I need to add some shadow underneath our belt. Look at that. And look how that belt pops out beautifully. So same on the top, we'll add that shadowing, and that makes our belt stand out. The same that I did with the arm. All right, let me pull out. Everybody see it. Let's get the other side of this belt. And on this side too. Can everybody see now how that belt is encircling the gnome? Now, as you're learning from me, pat yourself on the back if the thought already occurred to you to do that. I'm going to kick in a little bit of white here. And I'm going to finger smudge that just a little bit. And then I'm going to take that white and I'm going to add a little bit to this ornament right here. So we have that gold and that white working together. And I'm going to soften and blend that in. There you go. So far. Okay. Now that I have my other colors in on his suit, I'm going to pump up the yellow a little bit on his beard. So I just want to give it a little more kick. Now let's do the other side of the gnome. I didn't do this arm here. And that's because it's in the direct light now from the candle, and we need to change that color of his suit. And again, this is where you need to really think about what's going on in the picture. So I'm going to come in with my gray. A little darker on the inside. A little lighter on the outside towards the candle. I mean, it's all towards the candle, obviously. You want to shadow underneath the sleeve. See if I'm close enough for you. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of white. Which is now turning a nice shade of gray. And then, drum roll, I'm going to come in with a very light shade and hint of yellow. Not much. And I'm also going to take a little bit of yellow. You're barely going to see it, but it is there. And pop it on my blue. And let me pull out so you can see the whole effect. Now remember, there's a difference between the micro view and the normal view. You're seeing the normal view now in the result of what I was doing. I'm going to pop on a little more white over here. That's just touch up. Any questions? I'm not happy with my blend on the ornament here with that streak here. There we go. Now guys, everything I'm showing you is not complicated at all. And the reason that I keep insisting that you pace me on this stuff and not jump ahead, I'm just defining my ornament cap a little more. Is because by walking you through these ideas and these techniques, it gives you the experience so that when you go to do your next piece, you'll remember these little things that I'm showing you. And that's why I didn't want you to jump ahead of me when I was doing this part of the jacket and then this arm. I think we're pretty much done with the gnome. You know, when I get into my tweaking mode, then we'll take care of little things. Any questions at all? Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to take my gray here. And I'm going to add a little bit of shading underneath the eyes here, just to identify them a little bit and bring them out a little more. We'll give him a little facial personality. His eyes squint when he smiles. So we have a smiling gnome. And I'm going to come in with my skin color here and add just a little more underneath. There we go. I'm happy now. All right, let's leave the gnome sit for a little bit. I'm going to pop over to the candle. Sandy, how are you doing with this? I'm going to add a little bit of lightness to this edge, not as light as here. Check it out. And then a little bit of blending. Okay, let me grab some water. Okay, top of the candle. Very, very lightly. Our pink. I'm going to go over the whole thing with it, barely touching it. And then my slightly darker pink. in my darker spots here. And then I'm going to take my white and we're going to soften and blend all of that. Oh, that's pretty. What color do I need to add to the top of that candle yet? Somebody tell me. I'm just finishing my edge here. Thank you, Kathy. Yes. Yes, Kathy, Maggie. Yep. 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 I love it. I love it. They're getting it. Oh, God, they're getting it. Gold, yellow. Yep. Yep. Don't go crazy with it. And then I'm going to come back with my white and blend that in. And then I'm going to hit that with a little bit of Payne's Gray. My wick. There we go. Hi, CE Art. Okay. Now, the flame itself, I'm not going to use yellow. I'm going to use gold. To start off. So the flame itself, very, very lightly. And this is why it is so important that you develop a light touch to your coloring. And then I'm going to come in with my yellow. Very lightly. And I want you to notice that I'm leaving some of this white open. And then I'm going to take a blending stump and not that one. A blending stump, and we're going to soften this. So we have white, yellow, and gold. Everybody with me so far? And then I'm going to come in with an orangey, a very light orangey shade. This is actually Pumpkin Orange PC 1032. Now, you got to be really careful with your Prismacolors because they're so rich and soft. That you can easily go too dark with them. And check out how I'm paralleling the shape of the flame here. And then I'm going to pull that PC color out, my orange. Barely touching the page. And then I'm going to pull in a little bit of my gold. And then I'm going to use a blending stump to smooth all of that out. Let me pull out a little bit, give you a little context. Now, I'm still not getting the smoothness that I want, so I'm going to use my blender pencil and get that smoothness that I want. Now, see, we've got some light speckles in here. See them? That's off the print. If you don't like those light speckles in there, take a little bit of a medium gray and get rid of those little puppies. And then come back with your orange or gold on top of that. If you don't mind the speckles, leave them there. Okay, I want a little more orange in there, so I'm going to come in with an Artex orange. So we have orange, we have our pinkish reds that we used on the bow and the poinsettia. Take your time. Fade your colors into your black. And then I'm going to use a little bit of white on top of that. Now, when I'm adding these layers, guys, I'm just adding so lightly. We're going to finger blend that. And look how smooth that gets. Now, the reason we want this extensive orange around the outside is because we're lighting up quite a bit of this wreath. And now I'm going to come in with a little bit of white, barely touching the paper. Hold on, I got a little bit of white where I didn't want it. Get rid of that. That's one of those my hand jerked a little bit. Which I hate that when that happens. Oh my. Now, if you want decent looking grayscale pictures, then these are the steps that you need to take. We're layering our colors. We've got a lot of subtleties going on. And it's looking pretty cool. I'm popping in a little bit of yellow. Finger blend. Now, I want the top of my candle to be softer yet. So I'm going to work some white over my pink. And then I'll do that wick again. You know, why I was doing that wick before, I don't know. Because I was still coloring my candle shades over it. So that needs to be the last thing. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Now, that wick is a little bit dark, so I'm going to diffuse it with my white. There we go. Doesn't that look cool? You want that wick blended in. Still have a little portion here that's bugging me. There we go. Check it out. And look how everything's coming together now that we've got our color on our candle. I need to use a little bit of my Payne's Gray around the top of my candle because when I did that edge in yellow, it got away from me a little bit. So I'm just going to sharpen that up. Questions? Tell me how your piece is coming along. Hold on, guys. I got to put a sweater on. Okay. Anybody having any trouble with anything? Okay. I'm going to put a little orange in the bottom of my flame, and then I'm going to start working on the pine cones. Okay, now I'm happy. All right, guys, we done good. Let's work on some pine cones. Sandy, are you happy with the progress? Now, for anybody wondering, Sandy's going to be going away for Thanksgiving and asked me if I could go ahead and spend a little more time on the gnome wreath, which I'm actually delighted to do because I'm having a ball with this picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a very dark brown now. And this one is actually called, this is a Brett Funner's Dark Earth. And we're going to start out on our darkest spots. And yes, you can color over black with a dark color. Don't let black on grayscale intimidate you. And as soon as I start putting this brown over on the black, you're going to go, oh, that looks cool. You're leaving tomorrow afternoon. Okay. I've got to adjust my camera. Hold on. There we go. Don't want to give you guys vertigo. There we go. And guys, if I'm ever coloring a project and you want me to spend a little more time on it, speak up. If it doesn't work for me, I'll let you know. Now, for anybody new, I normally split my projects between the duet piece and another coloring book. Look how cool this pine cone is starting to look. You'll see it when I pull out. And what a difference this brown is making. So let me pull out, and let's see if I can fit the other pine cone in the, yeah, there you go. Everybody see the difference now by adding that brown? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Now, for anybody that's new to grayscale or hasn't done a lot of grayscale and you want to learn, this is where you need, yeah, look at the difference. This is where you need to just follow me as I do these pictures, step by step. And even if you're more experienced, so in other words, I don't want my beginners to be intimidated. And for those of you that have been coloring grayscale for a while, I want you to follow me, to duet, to follow me step by step. Pace me, that's what I'm trying to say. And the reason that I do that is sometimes people slip back into bad habits when they color on their own. Okay, let's go ahead and add the details to this other pine cone. So I've got my darkest brown. And notice again that once I start hitting these little crevices with this brown, how cool this looks. By the way, who's coloring this with me tonight? I am having way too much fun doing this picture for you guys. Oh, how cool does that look? Do you guys know that it's 9 o'clock already? This time has just flown. All right, look how cool that second pineapple. Pine cone looks. Now, while I'm at it, I'm going to add a little bit of this dark earth, this brown, into the center of my poinsettia. Oh, that looks much better. Somebody that's coloring this with me, shoot a picture of your coloring to me. Take a quick picture of it and send it to me in Messenger. That'll be fun. Okay, see how I'm adding that little bit of brown to the center of this poinsettia? And I'm going around the outside of it too. Okay, here's Sandy's. Isn't that beautiful? Sandy, tone down your yellow on your sleeve of your gnome. Put some gray over that. Oh, that looks beautiful. Sandy, nice job. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to tilt my camera so you guys can see. So there's Sandy's. Here's Moggy's. Looking good. And then Linda sent me a picture. There's Linda's. Linda made blue eyes on her gnome. Cute. I just noticed that. All right. That was fun. La da da dum. La da 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 dum. See, when you guys participate with me, it makes for a fun coloring and a fun evening. And a red smile. I'll have to go back and look, Linda. Okay. Pine cone. Da 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 dum. La da 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 dum da da dum. All right, now we're gonna come out with a reddish brown. Da 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 dum. Now I'm going to bring some of that darker color up the side of my pine cone, but I'm doing it lighter. So I'm just coming up the underside a little bit. Same pencil, lighter touch. Hold on, I got to adjust something here. Then I'm going to come in with a reddish brown. It's kind of like, hold on, there we go. This is the pumpkin orange that I used earlier on the candle. And we're going to add that to the brown. Now, this pumpkin orange, Maggie, you've got burnt sienna? Yep. Has enough brownish tint to it to look really cool. Kathy, good night. Sweet dreams right back at you. Kathy, will we see you before Thanksgiving? I'm going to finger blend this. And then I'm going to grab my white and I'm going to start highlighting those kernels from the light of the candle. Now, if that doesn't look cool, I don't know what does. Hold on, I gotta reach in front of you. And then I'm going to come back with my original dark earth brown, and I'm going to go over, this is important, I'm going to go over the white kernels in the background here because I want to dull them down a little bit. So they're there, but I'm going to mute them down. Any questions on that? La da 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 dum. La da da dum. La da da dum. La da 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 dum. Now I'm really in a Christmas mood. That'll teach me, huh? Okay, any questions about how I'm muting down that highlight a little bit? I'm not eliminating it. It's just not as bright as the stuff in the front, but it's there. And guys, this is the type of thing I want you to pick up on and to think about. Okay. So let's pop up to our second pine cone. We've already put in our darkest brown. Now I'm going to run a lighter version of that same pencil up the sides of my kernels a little bit. Is that what you guys want to do? Sandy said that she would just go ahead and watch the video and catch up that way. I'll leave that up to Sandy. Notice how I'm adding these little browns on here. Sandy, is that what you want me to do, is stop working on this and then come back Sunday? She says, sounds good. Sandy, are you going to be joining the broadcast then on Sunday? So in other words, what my question is, Sandy, are you going to be joining the broadcast on the same day that you come back? Yes. Okay. Okay, I will hold the project for Sandy. That would be fine. Glad to do it. Okay. Now I'm coming in with my orangey brown again. Sandy, you're welcome. That's what we do. We're family. We love on each other. I know that this particular project is important to you. It's a biggie. Okay, finger blend. We are family. Da 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 da. Okay, let's look at these two pine cones side by side now. I'm not done with the top one, but look how cool those look. All right. Let me look something up here. All right, there you go. We're official again. All right, there you go. We're official again. I can only play a little bit of it. I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. All right. White pencil. Hold on, guys. I got to do something real quick. There we go. We are family. Da, 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 da. Yes, we are. Sandy, did you get a kick out of that? All right, let's get a little white on these lighter pieces here. Too bad Ashley and DeLynn don't feel that way. But they decided to make an issue about AI. And unfortunately, they can't join in on the fun anymore. Or don't join in on the fun, I should say. But that's their choice. Okay. So there's the white highlight. Okay, Maggie, that's fine. Thank you for letting me know. Now tell me this page isn't drop dead gorgeous. So let me go back over here, and I'm going to start up on the wreath now. Actually, I'm going to stay on the left-hand side because I want to work on this candle side. So let me start picking out my greens for that. We are family. Da, 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 da. Okay, so I'm going to use my earth green. This is a Faber-Castell green. So this is what we've got. And I'm going to start working on these leaves around the outside. Isn't that pretty? And then we'll go down here. Whoops. There we go. I'm going to come in with a little bit of Payne's Gray. At the base of that. Just to get that shading in. And then I need to, let's see here, pull a yellow green. We are family. Da, 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 da. Let's see what I got here. La da da da. Now let me zoom in so you can see the detail here. And let me show you this green here. This is a Brett Funner 520. It's called Frost. Now, again, I don't normally call out specific pencil numbers that I use. But I know that some of you own the Brett Funners, so I thought that I would do that, especially on this piece. So there's my earth green from Faber-Castell. And then I'm going to use my frost green. As my second color. Look how pretty that is. Oh, Sandy, that's how your hands felt with the castle arts? Yep. Again, I'm glad you're donating and not throwing out. Look how pretty that is. Then our next leaf. Look how pretty that is. Oh man, if you guys think this piece looks great now, wait until you see it when we start getting these wreath colors in. Okay. Next leaf. And then our last one. So Sandy, you took your castle arts out of your collection. You're going to give them to a good friend who is a 9-year-old. Oh, there you go. Oh, what a gift they're going to get. Oh man, does that look gorgeous? All right, my eraser went somewhere. Hold on. And then we've got another little leaf that's hiding in the back there. Sandy, that is a perfect donation. So a little bit of my Payne's Gray. And then my light green. Blended right over the top. And then my last leaf is up here. My darker green, which is my Faber-Castell earth green. Oh, this is so pretty. And then my Brett Funner Frost. And a little bit of my Payne's Gray in between here. Just a tad. Now tell me that that all doesn't look drop dead gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let's take a look at this. We are family. So I have a question for you guys. Do you prefer that I call out the pencil name and brand and number and all that stuff, identifiers, when I'm coloring? I have mixed feelings about doing that because I want you guys to select your own colors within the ranges that I'm telling you about. All right. Let's work on this grouping in the bottom. So on the left-hand side here of my light, medium, dark greens, I'm using my dark, which is my Artex Army Green. Sometimes, but not all the time. Okay. That's exactly right, Sandy. As long as they're within the range that I'm suggesting, I have no problem with that. Okay, Linda said you just take the pencils that look close to yours. I don't need you to announce. Okay. All right, let's get our darker shades in here. Creak. And then our medium. Yeah, I'll swatch them for you. And then our light. And this light is the same light that I used around the poinsettia. All I ask when I'm doing duets is that you don't color ahead. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, you like the color pencils, Linda? Okay, medium. And then the light. I cannot believe how fast this evening went. Okay, hang with me. Dark. Medium. Guys, I may run over just a little bit if you can hang with me. I want to finish this last bunch. I actually may be okay. We'll see. Okay, medium. Now, when you do these, you've got to keep your pencil sharp. Otherwise, you're just going to be mushing color onto this, and you're going to lose your detail. And that's the last thing that you want to happen. and then my light. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? All right, let's pop over here. And this is where it's going to be really important that you turn your pencils as you color. Keep those points sharp and out of your sharpener. Mean old Mr. Sharpener. Oh, ridiculously pretty. What other color should I add to these? Somebody tell me. I've got one more color. Yellow. Gentle finger blend. Notice I'm moving around to the different areas and not doing an overall blend. And then, hang with me, I'm going to add, did you know that was the color name? I bet you didn't know that. I'm going to add a little bit of gold. Down the center stem. Remember when we did the other pine tree that I added gold on there? And notice that I'm adding it at the base of the pine needles. Now, if you want to play around with it, nod your head yeses. Yes. We can add a little bit of gold to the tips. But ILene, we always want to try experimenting with you. That's why we love you. ILene is holding one-sided conversations with herself. Let's get a little brown in here, but not much, or gold. Just a little. Isn't that drop dead gorgeous? Now, if you were smart, oh, wasn't it the hummingbird? Yeah, the hummingbird that was sitting in the pine needles. If you were smart and followed my lead on that picture, this one for you is going to turn out great. Okay, there we are. I am pretty happy with this. Oh, one little extra touch. Bear with me. Give me 2 seconds, guys. We've got this shadow. Black. And I'm going to soften that black by running my finger over it. And I'm also coloring lightly over all the black. To give us a nice soft look. I'm done. I truly am. I promise. This is how we're looking. I love, love, love how this turned out. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, it's joyous coloring. I hope you had fun tonight. I hope you learned something. This is an unusual broadcast tonight because I normally don't spend 100% on the duet. I always like to get other artists' work in my broadcasts. But because of the holidays, some people are going away. So I decided to do that. Well, it was requested of me, and I thought it was a good idea. Okay, guys, have a great rest of the evening. Joyous, joyous coloring. I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun with this. Tonight just absolutely flew. I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place, and we'll get some more done. Please click that like button. I would really appreciate that. All right, guys, take care. Bye.